Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the Fall 2017 collection from KL Polish. These are available right now, so I will link the website down below. 6 polishes here all together, and I will get into the swatches. So the first polish is called Wishbone, and this is a very light kind of off-white nude. And I just scrubbed some glitter polish off, so you might see some lingering glitters laying around. So you can see that these do have a really wide brush. That's usually my only big complaint with these polishes is the brush. By the end of the video, when I'm 6 polishes in, I'll be fine, I'll be used to it, but I do tend to do little things like that in the beginning because they are so wide. I also have some little spots on my nail where my nail is fraying a little bit from the glitter scrubbing, so if you see those in there, it's nothing wrong with the polish. I just buffed my nails a couple days ago though, so I'm not really prepared to do them again just yet. This covers pretty well on that first coat for being such a lighter color. It's very creamy and a really good formula on this as well, just a bit of getting used to with that brush. So this one, it does cover completely in 2 coats, and I am getting much more used to that brush already. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, especially if I've just put polishes on, which I guess I haven't this time. If I've just been wearing polishes or swatching polishes that have a different brush, then jumping straight to this one, I always mess it up the first time. This can look a little bit ridgy when you first apply it, but those do level themselves out really nicely. So that is 2 coats of Wishbone. The next polish is called Princess Penny, and I would call this a bronze, but I feel like the bronze and copper, there's a lot of crossover there, but this is a kind of sparkly metallic. I did put a little bit of a light buff on my nails because those little frays were pretty bad. This one is very opaque on that first coat. I can still see my nail line a little bit, but it does cover really well. There are definitely some brush strokes through that shimmer when it's wet, so I'll have to see if those go away when it dries. So this does cover completely in 2 coats. Those brush strokes did lighten up a bit, but there are a few still there, so you do want to be careful to make those as straight as possible. And this does have a nice sparkly kind of semi-foil metallic finish to it. Oh, there I go. That brush gets me every time, right when I thought I was doing better with it. So that is 2 coats of Princess Penny. The next polish is called Cozy in there, and this is an almost tealish slate blue cream. So this one is also pretty opaque on that first coat, just a little bit uneven. Still, I can see a little bit of nail line. This almost comes off just slightly crelly-ish. Not in a bad way, I just feel like it's just sheer enough to be crelly-ish. And really good formula on this one as well. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats. It was actually really close in one, just not quite there. And that second coat doesn't really seem to change the color at all. And this also dries very shiny. So that is 2 coats of Cozy in there. The next polish is called Chloe, and this is a darker olive green. So this one also covers really well on that first coat, just a little bit sheer. A bit more sheer than the last one, but it's just 1 coat, so who cares. Good formula on this one as well. These all are really good about like staying where you put them. There's no running, there's no pooling. Even on a thick coat, they really stay put. I just end up trying to use the very edge of the brush, especially on my pinky nail where it's smaller, to avoid overdoing it. So this one does cover completely on 2 coats. I feel like the polish might dry just a little bit darker than it applies, but the second coat doesn't really change the overall color much. And this one also dries very shiny. So that is 2 coats of Chloe. The next polish is called Mozart, and this is a dusty purple. And this one also just a little bit sheer on that first coat. It is even though, it's not really streaky. And great formula on this one as well. So this one does cover completely on that second coat. And kind of the same thing as the last couple of polishes. I feel like it does dry a little bit darker than it applies, but the second coat doesn't change the overall color. And this one also dries very shiny. So that is 2 coats of Mozart. And the last polish is called Prince Cornelius, and this is a ton of really fine gold shimmer particles in a darker red base. So this is obviously a little bit sheer on the first coat, but it's really not bad for being what it is. And these shimmers are, I mean, they're pretty big shimmers, which is nice, but they are not an actual glitter. So they're not going to dry textured, and they're not going to be really difficult to remove. You might get a couple of them stuck to the skin, but you're not going to have to scrub them off the nail. And a really good formula on this one as well. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats. When you look at it in the bottle, you can see a lot of the gold shimmer stuck to the side of the bottle, but on the nail, it all kind of shines through that red base, and it gives the whole thing this kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, golden orange. It reminds me of like a fireplace, a burning fireplace, kind of really warm, rich color. So that is 2 coats of Prince Cornelius. So Wishbone is going to be my favorite out of all of these. I like the cooler kind of taupey nude color. I'm still very much into fall neutrals, even though I have a lot of holiday collections in front of me right now. So this one kind of called to me. So that is the fall 2017 collection from KL Polish. Again, I will link the website down below where you guys can check those out. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.